Hey guys, Dr. Rebecca Warren here, and I wanted to jump on. I'm actually redoing this video so that you guys can actually see my chart. So this is my second time doing it, but I really wanted to come on here and talk about using fat for fuel. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because I just spent my morning in a few different consults with new coaching clients, explaining to them why achieving their health goals of just losing weight, balancing hormones, and really feeling good again, feeling normal, like their body is healing the way it's supposed to, that we need to work on shifting their metabolic state. I get it. Keto is everywhere right now, and I know so many people think it's a fad, but it's not a fad. Eating high fat for periods of time has been a part of our history as humans. This is something that we did ancestrally, and we did not call it keto. We called it just eating what was available, eating what was there, what we grew, what we killed. And so this is the first time in human history that we can eat whatever we want, wherever we want, however we want. In fact, we don't even have to stop driving to eat. We can eat in a hurry and just get it done, and that's just not normal. And so eating a high-fat diet is actually a way that your body can utilize those nutrients to heal and to optimize function, to allow your body to balance out hormones, to burn fat, to support healthy brain, eating high fat. So I want to make sure that you guys understand this isn't a fad. And there are thousands of diets out there, but what we do mostly as Americans is that we'll jump from diet to diet or different ways of eating, and it's all still in the same metabolic state. It's all using sugar for fuel. Does that mean that bananas are bad? No. Does it mean sweet potatoes are bad? No. It means that we're consuming so much carbs in modern day America that we're becoming carb toxic. So what happens when you eat a large carb meal over and over again? Well, when you're eating all these calories from carbs, your body's deciding when you're eating these hard carb meals, what do I do with this? What do I do with this thing? I can burn it up and use it for energy, but if there's too much of it, we start storing it. We start storing it as fat cells. We start storing it in our liver. And so every time you're having to store, every time you're eating these high carb meals over and over and over and over again, you're getting a blood sugar response with insulin, and when insulin is going over high and spiking over and over again, it has to work overtime. As you can tell, I'm saying over and over again because this is what's happening every single day and you don't see it. What eventually happens is that insulin crashes, is now we know that blood sugar issues isn't a weight issue anymore. I have people coming in here that are skinny and not overweight and having A1Cs over 10. It's becoming an everyone issue because we're having a metabolic disorder. I had a young girl come in here and I mentioned to her about her having a blood sugar issue, and she goes, no, my doctor said I didn't have a blood sugar issue. My doctor said I had an insulin issue. My blood sugar was normal. That is always going to be a blood sugar issue. And most of the time we don't look at insulin. But what does that mean? It means for you to have a semi-looking, normal looking blood sugar number, your insulin has to be high. So my insulin is okay in order to keep my blood sugar 80, but with you, your insulin will be high just to keep your blood sugar 80, and you don't know it until what happens? You have a symptom. You have the A1C, the blood sugar rising. You have hormone imbalance like PCOS, even endometriosis. Anything metabolic is going to affect anything hormone related. So what am I advocating for? I'm advocating for you to go into a high fat, good fat way of fueling your body for energy. So let's look at what happens on this graph right here. So I did this graph to show to you guys, this is time after eating, and this way is your blood sugar response. When you're eating lots of carbs, you're gonna have this spike in blood sugar, and then you're gonna have this insulin response, and then you're gonna come straight down. And usually what happens to most of you guys is that you're not just staying here, you're crashing down, and this is your sugar crash, okay? That's those people that are hangry, or you feel like you need a snack, or you just feel like you need to eat more foods. The people that are addicted to bread, which is a lot of you guys, all right? So it's like, you know, an exaggerated example is when you go to a Chinese buffet and you eat so much that you're so full, but then 2 hours later, you're not just hungry again, you're starving. It's this crash. And so we're training our bodies that we're going to keep on crashing, and then we have to respond to that crash with more carbs and sugar. Well, the next type of macro that you can use for fuel is protein. It's better than carbs. You're still going to have that insulin response, but it lasts a little bit longer. So that's the next, fuel, macro for fuel you can use. But this is why you want fat. Do you see this response? Right here, when you're consuming fat, it's a slow burning response. Your body's able to utilize it longer. You're going to feel full longer, but also consuming more fat gives you the building blocks to balance your hormones, to protect your brain, and to start burning fat. How to optimize hormones and optimize healing is using this fat for fuel. Taking it to the next level is producing ketones. Because not only will you start burning fat, but if you're eating enough fat, you'll start producing ketones. And contrary to what Jillian Michael says, but she'll say something different according to what she sells, when you start producing ketone bodies and your blood sugar is coming down, it's important, your blood sugar needs to come down, ketone bodies go up, then you're producing fuel to heal the body, especially the brain. So where do you start if you want to start optimizing function? You want to make sure you're burning fat. You want to make sure that you're fighting cancer and allowing your body to be in a state that you don't end up like everyone else with cancer and diabetes and Alzheimer's and diabetes 1.5. You start implementing seasons of high fat. I don't want to just say keto, because you can do keto and lose weight and create lots of disease and cancer. You want to do good quality fat. Yes, you can do keto, but it's a paleo-keto way of eating. Any questions by commenting. Share this video, and we'll see you guys next time.